flavor of old, not something that we see nearly as much given the prevalence of Vice here in the meta. So I'm very curious to see how that does end up faring here for Karmine Corp, but it's also something that PaperX, you know, from memory, doesn't have that recent of experience going up against. So I am very curious to see how this one's all gonna shake out, but it seems like the players are ready, the lobby's loaded up. So let's go ahead and get going. Our first best of 3 here at EWC, PaperX versus Karmine, and see who can go ahead and take that first step in towards the playoffs.
Yeah, and you can see already in this early pistol round buy, there are different methodologies behind these fairly similar comps. PaperX buys up a couple sheriffs, so they're going to be lacking on a little bit of utility. Meanwhile, Karmine Corp wants the utility. Something's got a headshot off the rip.
Well, that's going to be a rude awakening here as Martin immediately put down onto the floor. Great little timing shot. Something comes away with that, but an even better little corner peek here from Evez. Just pokes in, finds the enemy Yor, quickly trades it back, makes it a 4v4. Sheriff available for the taking will get snatched up here by Sugetsu. As the spike will now get planted, player and PaperX get clustered up.
Sees nade combo being attempted, but PaperX wise to it and are going to dodge it. See what they can do on this retake.
They're out. Sticking around for a little bit longer, attempting some timing shots before backing off. It's going to be a reroute here from the side of PaperX. As Elite finding one before getting traded out. Continuing to keep things even, but now they're lined up. Lotus is going crazy. A 3K for him as he finally gets put down to buy. Huge performances from him in the previous series. Can he continue to deliver on that front? Not checking over to the left-hand side, expecting the approach right here from backside. Tries to stick it to half. Karmine strikes, and that's going to be another pistol drop by PRX.
Yeah, so this is a map that definitely isn't uncomfortable for Karmine Corp. They beat Team Liquid on their road to EWC, and it was a 30 bomb from Evez, and he is picking up right where he left off, having a 3K on the pistol round. You know, something doing what he can, but this is just phenomenal stuff from him with the Ghost. So quick. Oh, and they just line up nicely for him there as well. And Devi had to gamble. It's a 50-50 which way they're going to be coming from, and did not gamble correctly, so only a sheriff bought by Devi. See, 3 rifles for the side of Karmine Corp, 2 pistols, so looking for that bigger bonus, trying to carry over 3 rifles into it. Vez going to get ever closer to that showstopper, and doing a little bit of diligence here, checking out with the boom bot.
And now just 3 charges away from it. First smoke going to be dropped. Jump peek over the top. Something trying to catch a glimpse. It does manage to find Sonic there, back of the head. Door shutting out a couple players. Free tap of this one. PaperX going to try to make a go of this one. As Flash going to be dodged out. Martin with the re-swing, able to find one, but Jing eventually there to overwhelm. Sugetsu now taken down as well as Devi comes up with that kill. Spike going to be dropped. Elite has to set up the cage, but they just spam through, and suddenly the wheels have come off, and it's exactly what we saw from PRX versus BLG. Still an opportunity though.
And it's Evez.
Finds one.
And it's Evez!
Find all 3. Is swinging in 1 by 1, gets himself the clutch to close it out, but yet again, it's still very good damage dealt by PaperX.
Yeah, but that one, that might be a bit of a tilter, you know. Normally, you get 4 kills on an eco round and you're thinking, that was nice, that was good. But when you've got a 3v1 like that, and you just kind of misread the situation, Evez in an unexpected spot just completely fools PaperX. And that's huge for him. Another 3K, and that's 6 kills to begin, and a showstopper in their bonus. Did buy up a bit. 2 rifles purchased, Guardian for Sugetsu.
And something dead. Elite just on the linger, finding him just outside of the door switch there on the A side of the map.
Bring them down.
Push now getting ready to come through into the C site. Is Showstopper going to be drawn out, checking in towards B site. Jing quickly blast packing away. Thorns popped. Showstopper in the end. Not going to find much purchase as wall gets popped. Flashing a paint shell thrown at Patman's feet. Going to be the site now, taken here by Karmine Corp. Paint shell going to be lobbed in. Evez not stopping at all. Mowing them down one after the other, and Forsaken slowly, quietly trying to drift away, but now he has been spotted in the lead. Oh, we might be able to just even drive the blade right in between the shoulder blades here. But it's not to be. It's going to be another 3K here from Evez, this time delivering a flawless.
This guy's a monster on this map. Just absolutely so dialed in. And I mean, you might want to pop an early timeout here as Paper X just to slow him down. No other reason really than that. He's just reading you at every twist and turn. You see Paper X trying to get away with some aggressive movement into the smokes, but it is just read perfectly. So far, Paper X train not really picking up much steam. It's going to be a share of 5 for them. If they can find a little bit more success in another eco round, util dump, try to keep Karmine Corp from making it a move, but oh boy.
Pop flash going to be sent, shots flying. Forsaken this time able to put down a Vez, finds Martin on the back end as the Sheriffs are looking great.
Spike down, C.
Elite now, last one standing between Paper X and a Thrifty. Botched the previous attempt, we'll see if they can botch this one as well. The answer is going to be absolutely not. Thrifty will be confirmed. Paper X hit themselves on the board, shuttle some weapons over, and everybody walking away with a Vandal and a Sheriff in hand.
All right, well, now they're able to kind of figure things out. And this is just crazy stuff from Forsaken. Gets into the corner, knocks 2 players down, and then it's Batman next up to bat. And he hits a double of his own. Now something close to his ult, same with Devi. A couple away for the Karmine Corp players. This could be a round where Paper X can get into their ult cycle, steal this one away. Here goes Jing.
Oh, landing up on top of Rebel here. The flash not expiring fast enough. That's able to drop down, finds a headshot. It seems like Paper X, when rifles are in hand, are absolutely on struggle street. 2 kills immediately found here from Karmine Corp, not even 20 seconds into the round.
Oh boy, just crazy how ready they are for these aggressive plays. Taking good positions, good timings. So far, got a great read on what Paper X wants to do on this defender side. Shaken, stuck behind the rotating door. Fowler to check the other angle. Karmine Corp spamming it down. They're pretty aware that somebody could be in there. Now you get the neural theft, and now you know he's going to be in there for sure.
Yep. Oh, but counter spam from Devi through the cyber cage, able to find Sadok. Thicken has to back off the angle as the entry into the B side comes through. Avis going to try to play forward here. Hold the connected corner, and Elite again catching a glimpse. Forsaken trying to read it. Cannot win the fight. Shots flying towards Devi. Elite holding his own. Something now with everything to do. Paint shell at his feet. After reeling, backpedaling. Is it near a triple high-low setup? Clears the first. Pop flash going to be sent. Finds himself another. Martin backing away. 7 bullets remaining. Something makes a solid go of it, but cannot get them over the line. Lead will be stretched as Karmine Corp continue to look fantastic.
Yeah, they're so in sync, and they're just so aware of where Paper X likes to play. You know, got a brief glimpse of it. Obviously, you saw a bunch of it in Toronto, but even kind of the different ideas that they're bringing into the map today, some of the positions they want to take, but you know, that's a pretty classic Paper X move. Try to get Jing positioned right on the backside of the rubble there. Try to keep him a little bit safe, and they just have a great plan for it. Avez just waits a bit for the flash and then drops in. Catches Jing by surprise. Something thought maybe he could get the 4K. Gonna be denied by his Yoru counterpart in Martin, and now you're gonna see that timeout come through. I'm just gonna assume it's Paper X.
It would be a bold and potentially BM move. It was Karmine Corp calling this one. All is well on the French front, it would seem. So yeah, will be Paper X's own Frenchman to try to go ahead and turn things around in this game. A lot of these rounds bloody. Let's see though. What's starting off like this? You know, defender side.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the worst, but
still recoverable.
No real money to try to get an operator into play here without leaving somebody hanging, so looks like they will just go ahead and stick to rifles, something the Dimensional Drift online in the previous round.
Time to jump.
Very well may come into play here. Quick clear of the cam coming through. Orb going to be snatched up. Patman one away from having the Nightfall online. In the meantime, though, some exploration of that B site. And the wall will get popped. Door now rotating. Karmine Corp, their eyes on C.
Just using some of the Fate util to try to get some info over at A. And now something in Devi. Gonna try to tag team here. I think something did just get the spot. Yeah, onto Getsu. It's just moving back a bit. Round's finally slowing down here a bit. That was one thing that I was gonna comment on, is the pace of play for those first 5 rounds was much higher than what we saw for Paper X against Billy Billy. And KC was happy, tried to take the fight right to him. Forsaken knows he's in there. Cage forced out. Off of the back of that paranoia. Nice reaction from Elite. He might be lining up to get some of his other teammates over there. However, Spike, way on the other side of the map. Okay.
Taking that angle, catches the jump spot there. Also catches a hell of a lot of damage. Sonic with a quick peek in, something maybe about to find a timing here as Jing holding close and does end up getting overwhelmed. The swing now coming through, and something will be able to go ahead and mow down too. Spike now on the floor. Been taken away here from Martin. He's still having his, but time is certainly not on their side. It's a double stack, high-low over towards Waterfalls. DeHaan gets the reveal. Shots flying in, and that is going to be the round over. 4 players surviving. Paper Rex rallying back off the timeout.
It's weird to think that when the rounds slow down, that's when Paper X does better. It is kind of a different look to them, of course. And this is just kind of them being patient, not over-aggressing early, finding their moments, and even though Jing goes down, something right there, pick up 2 of his own. As the ult came through, Martin was scrambling to get out of there. Something is able to find a 2-piece. Continue to have a solid first half so far, 7 and 5. Avez slowed down but not stopped. One away from a showstopper. That season 8 combo. Nobody going to be able to really push off the back of that except for the dimensional drift, of course, from Martin. He is trying to find some open space.
We'll find it here on the B site. Drops down. Horn's now going to be popped. It's going to be the Nightfall coming across here from Batman, connecting on to the majority of the squad. Flash going to be turned from something, steadying the aim. Looking for the second, is able to find it. Runs out of bullets at the same time. Forsaken fills the space. This time cleans up 3. And Paper X will very much find the same on the scoreboard.
Yeah, this is something that actually Paper X had a bit of trouble with against BLG, is playing quickly off the back of some of those ults, because BLG would backpedal immediately, and there was no room to backpedal here for Karmine Corp. They had really committed towards this B site, so a phenomenal timing on this ultimate, and immediately something in Forsaken TP's in. Beautiful combination there of ults, using that deafening that the Nightfall creates to get the TP into the back. There we go, now we're getting some laughs and some smiles out of Forsaken. Seems like he's waking up a little bit.
Another showstopper cycled up here for Avez. Jing does have his on the opposite side. Ult behind, but Flash set up here for Divine. Red can try to hold the line here. Swings in off the back of that one, though. Martin just a little bit faster on the turn. Avoids the blind, and that opens things up significantly now. There's TP in behind. Seemingly heard here by Elite, but Forsaken still wins the fight. Sees that the players have escaped through tree over towards the site, but something does make it a little bit more costly. Takes out a potential factor of the showstopper and tries to guide now Jing forward. Martin managing to snipe him out before the rocket can fly. 3v2 still advantage here to the side of Paper X. Sonic going to be sending his own Nightfall, trying to clutch this one out here. Alongside the rest of the team as Martin comes away with a 3rd kill, and Forsaken, it's just far too whiffy. Cannot line it up. We explore the jump out. Flash at the ready from something to try to make another go of this one. Spike not yet planted, still plenty of time to work with though for Karmine Corp.
30 seconds left.
They're gonna look to try to take the fight right to his doorstep. The double swing coming through. They nearly line up. They tag him down to 40. Looks for the first, cannot find it. Sonic flushes him out. Karmine Corp maintain the lead.
That's got to be a bit frustrating for Paper X. Just in general, the mechanics haven't looked sharp here today, even in the Billy Billy series. Great turn of the Flash. Divide has 2 players looking at him. Not much he can do. A couple early kills look nice. The Nightfall there mostly missing the Paper X players. And then a nice timing here, frankly, by Forsaken, but he just can't find the shots in the time, and a nice pull off of the Spike. Good kills found for Karmine Corp. The sigh of relief for Sadak. He knows that one was on a knife's edge, and probably Paper X in most situations might take that round. And is this going to be...
This time we're zooming in on KC, so seems like they're going to be taking the timeout despite the round win. not liking what they're seeing here, so Coach Ang getting in the players' ears, trying to make some of these entries onto the sites a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't be thrilled with what you saw in that round, frankly, from KC. It was just, again, a few kind of missteps individually for Paper Rex that caused that round to go KC's way, where they were able to stabilize their aim and their positioning a little bit more, and something is going to have that operator now. Still have the showstopper for Vez. It's something you got to worry about.
Cutting through.
See exactly what Paper X wants to do. They're going to back up this op with a little bit of util. Try to get him set up a little bit cleaner. Saw him kind of struggle a bit. Look at that smoke from
Very
Forsaken.
Forward angle. Cam now going to be cleared out. And yep, talking about Forsaken. Well, he's able to find one spot with the spike. Nevi is there as well for the alley-oop. Trades it up. Keeps him in with the advantage. Jing just quickly going to be bounding back over towards the baby door, keeping himself protected here for the moment. For KC, likely going to be scratching their heads, trying to figure out how they realistically get an entry into a site. C is completely open, but they're none of the wiser here for the moment. Re-explore into B. Martin going to be good for one. Try to catch him before he can escape, but narrowly managed to get his way out. Just stop to lead the way now.
Yeah, good news for Paper X. Nobody was anywhere near that showstopper when it was ripped. So they're going to have a fair 3v3 retake, something with the op, a flash. Patman with all of his util. So some options available for Paper X. That's a good start.
I know exactly.
Makes it a bit easier for him, but the Neural Theft will go ahead and tell all. Gets the reveal. They can spot out the operator.
You're done.
The peek over the top. Spot out Nevi as well. Kill found. Patman trying to scale forward. Needs something to try to get into position. The Haunt getting the reveal here on the 2. Flash is sent to turn. Close angle. The headshot connects. They look to try to go ahead and overwhelm him, but Elite holding his ground. Regen shields starting to come back through, but the shorty at point blank range will go ahead and seal the deal. Defuse can come in. The op can be carried over. Paper Rex able to go ahead and persevere off the back of KC's timeout.
That's a really nice play there for Paper Rex. It looked like maybe, okay, you get the initial kill, the spike's down, but Karmine Corp doing a really nice job.
Planted.
Kind of working the map a little bit, anticipating some pressure, getting that freebie onto Jing. They try to push out of B main.
One enemy remaining.
Patman knows that is an opportunity. Gets him plenty weak, makes it easy for a shorty master like something to stride on in there, knock him down. It's okay. 5-4, Paper X starting to get the ball rolling. Karmine Corp on a bit of an eco.
Oh, the TP forward Sugetsu. Nearly taken down there. Avoids catastrophic damage, but at least a decent amount. No armor to speak of for him. Vandal, Guardian, and hands here for Karmine.
You'd love to wait out the TP from something. You know he's going to be around A with that op a fair amount of the time. So then you start making your moves. Try to get those out of the way so he can't get that one and done. There was that util from Patman as well to potentially back him up. No Prowler confirmed, so Sugetsu doesn't move a muscle. That is going to find Jing.
Probably spotting one. Oh, a bit of a attempt there to try to play in Devi on the angle. Ultimately, though, gonna have to be a re-explore this A side of the map. Sugetsu. Seeing the door tap, now spotting Forsaken. It's so damn close to finding that flick. Forsaken, however, will be able to outdo him at the very end. There's that weapon down on the ground. His clone blocks out some of the shots, and Jing joins the fray. And will go ahead and just tear apart 3 players here.
Left.
Elite trying to get into position to start a lurk, to start a flank. But the rest of the team ends up falling to the wayside. Spike now under their control. This is going to be Paper X going ahead and cleaning things up in flawless fashion, now tied up by the 5.
Yeah, I really like the setups that Paper X has here as the round kind of wears on. They're able to slide. They're able to cheat on the map. Devi moves over to B. They're just relying on that Vice wall to give them the info, and they'll play retake on C if necessary, and then they're able to combo there. Great clone from something. Sets up Jing and Forsaken to just work together.
Spike
The
down
free K for
A.
Jing. Get that raise closer to another showstopper. 2 away now.
There.
Paper X ties it up 5-5. See if there's going to be a big answer here from Karmine Corp.
Double face out of B main. Jing able to find one before getting taken down, but ultimately the trade up is there. Lucky at the same time.
Cutting through.
Checking in around the seaside. I'm not sure if he noticed the gun barrel of Devi. He didn't really turn back. Either way, sprints his way across in towards B. Devi relocating. Certainly might not mean too much of anything. But upper control firmly here in the hands of KC. And something has to clear out this tripwire. No other recourse for him. Taking with the operator. Likely going to prove to be very difficult. Devi needing to clear out this angle. It does so with a fantastic one tap. Finds a second, and suddenly, Paper X, they're in the driver's seat. They're in the lead. Going to be traded back here.
Last player standing.
A fake on the TP, but a snappy readjust from Elite. Gets the read, gets the kill, and gets KC right back in.
Man, oh man. That was a wild one there. With Devi's position being hidden, I thought maybe he might try to go for some kind of aggressive play towards Link, maybe just try to catch them off guard, get a one and done or something, but call was made to try to go for something a little bit safer, try to come from a bunch of different angles.
Last player
but that
standing.
early 2-for-1 for Karmine Corp proved to be the difference maker. They're kind of aware that, you know, Patman and Jing like to team up at that B main angle. I'll show you a couple different looks. Final round and a half. Something there has to TP out. The flash and the haunt force his hand. He is in a world of trouble if he sticks around, so he is not going to do that.
3 peeks instantaneously. He's able to find the headshot, so that's going to be taken down. Plant still safe to come through, though, as Paper X try to get their players clustered up in position. Elite going to be lurking in the back of Rubble. Paranoia here at the ready. Now going to be sent, and he's not going to try to play out of this angle. It's going to be a TP. Checks in towards Streak. Quick cancel. Devi going to be taken down. Showstopper once again drawn out here from Jing. Lobs it, but is not able to find the kill. I think he thinks that he had a lot more damage there than he really did. Either way, Martin going to get cleaned up. Still continuing to storm their way forward. Close angle. Sugetsu will get flushed out. 3K from Patman. Go ahead and secure a 6-6 half, neck and neck between the two squads.
Yeah, and still, you got to be feeling pretty decent about that as Paper X. After losing the bonus to come back 6-6, not bad at all, but a nice start for Karmine Corp as well. They looked hot.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, Aves is on one at the moment. He can have that kind of performance as they shift over to the defending side. I think that Casey's likely going to be in a very strong spot. But Paper X, 6-6 at the half. Not too bad for starting on the defense. We'll see how they fare after the halftime. see what happens as we get ready to go into this. 6-6 at the half. Pistols have not really been friendly to the side of PRX. We'll see how they do fare going into this one. Nearly were able to pull off the eco in that second round, but I think that they would all rather just close out a pistol.
Yeah, they haven't won one yet. So, you know, here's what I'm going to say. If they lose this pistol, I'm thinking another overtime is on the cards.
Could very well be the case. Get us back on the tracks here.
Yeah.
After being derailed a bit by Gen G. Quick peek out, something going to make his exit. Joins in with the rest of the squad.
Oh, but you got the paranoia out. That's super nice.
Cam gets a spot onto Jing, so Karmine, I think they're pretty privy to this. Is
the low trip.
Tripwire, yeah, they're trying to hold them in position. Some right clicks, doing an immense amount of damage, and eventually Sonic finds the kill, re-peeks, and instantaneously takes down something. Entry power now very much out of their hands. They just spam down through the smokes. It's a monstrous advantage here for the side of Karmine, not losing anybody, just Elite really tagged up. Well, he and Sonic, I suppose, for that matter. As Paint Shell right at Patman's feet. Will not be able to find the kill, but certainly make this all the more impossible for the squad. Off angle from Divide, trying to get these headshots woven through, but just narrowly misses it onto Martin, who's able to go ahead and collect the two. So, the fuse to come through. It's another pistol for Karmine, as they will regain the lead 7-6.
Yeah, and this is one of the things I was really curious about at the beginning of this map. What the Cypher utility was going to look like for Karmine Corp and how it was going to affect Paper Rex. And the low trip, the Prowler goes right over it, so it's not identified, and it stalls up this attack, and Sadak is feasting. You can see a smile on his face there as he goes for that double kill at the Classic. Just knew he had him. Brilliant setup, brilliant read. Well thought out, and yep.
I think the juxtaposition between the two shots there, fairly staggering. So Elite is going to be getting the cam a brief little moment before it gets cleared out.
Did get an outlaw here for Divide. And that's a one-tap kill on everybody on Karmine Corp. So good read on the way they've been managing their economy in their anti-ecos.
It's all about trying to get him into position and actually utilize it now. 3 players here at the baby door.
Oh, look at the shift in the Cypher util though. Over onto A, trying to read through towards Paper X's tendencies. A site is where they have a ton of success on this map. They're really thorough over here. Something just not seeing anything. And you're just playing the waiting game here as Karmine Corp, trying to play off those trips potentially. Once those are cleared, that's maybe when they spring into action out of Link.
And again, going to be cleared, and that should tell them about this forward presence. Elite just with this Sheriff now going to be blinded up. Bounding forward here is Jing, eventually able to collect that kill. Rest of the squad, though, trying to hold the door, and that's actually the spike now. Drop down. Patman in a rough position. They have to try to fight their way back in through. As the shot's not going to connect, Sonic just dancing around the bullets, Matrix style, survives with 15 HP. Cleans up at 3K, and this time it's not nearly as close.
Yeah, these early round setups with the Cypher util giving Paper Rex fits. So let's see if they can find an adjustment before Alex has to call a timeout. Oh, just misses on the second shot as Divide. He knew it. Nice attempt here by Jing, and it looked like maybe for a moment Paper X was going to be able to at least get a plant down. But they lose the spike towards the Link, just maybe not anticipating there's going to be that much there. Just a Sheriff for Divide.
Yeah, because of the purchase. I mean, granted, has been very clean when it comes down to the sheriffing here, but certainly would like to have a bit more firepower going into AC's bonus. Now just spamming out, trying to clear. Same low trip going to be set up. Cam in behind. Get the spot onto Forsaken. Pretty much everybody here now.
Yeah, this time they remembered.
Able to clear it out. TP forward. The bounce forward. The peeking over the top. Jing narrowly able to go ahead and trade that one back, but the trade up comes through. Elite arriving. Lets a shot onto something, and now 2 players have to try to push their way out of this smoke, and they just cannot do it. This is right there on top of them. Clearing them up, and it's going to be a bonus conversion. As Karmine Corp are looking very clean on the defense.
Yep, they have great protocols built in to these setups on Lotus. And Paper Rex, even though they're able to get past the first hurdle this time in that tripwire, the follow-up from Avez and Elite, extremely lethal. Take another look at this. Jing, good reaction there. Trying to do what he can in this round, but Elite there swinging in. Oh my God, the timing there. Avez even worried about a flash maybe, tries to turn it, and it's right back to where he started, right on the heads of his opponent. And oh man, look at that smile. That is a dangerous thing. Seeing Sadak thriving like this, and Paper Rex, yeah, going to take that second time out quickly to try to figure out what they can do. I think maybe you want to be a little bit more proactive early about clearing the Cypher utility and then pulling back, then taking your time, trying to work the map a little bit more. Going back to kind of what has been working for Paper Rex on this map as of late is it's not explosiveness, it's not overly aggressive plays. Like, they do have those in the playbook, of course. You know, Jing grabs a judge and then they'll do something like that, but maybe with a Bucky here, sure, you can do it in this round, fine. But past that, you need to be very diligent about figuring out where that Cypher util is, clearing it, and then figuring out what to do off the back of that, not trying to make those quick moves like they did there. That just is going to play right into Karmine Corp's hands with the way that they're setting up and the way they're playing off of that Cypher util.
Looking for the C's nade to get to able to go ahead and TP away. Himself safe, his tap of the door to come through, looking for the crunch now. His paranoia going to be exchanged out. Whiff there on the lob into the paint shell. Doesn't get a full connection. The orb gets grabbed. Well, he's going to be cut. What does the play call end up looking like here? Gate crash into its backside, some shots to ring out to get to instantaneously. Able to find one, something Jing both going to be taken down as Patman doing well to find the one, but then will be felled as Sonic again finds himself with a 3K. The stinger in hand for the Devi, not going to connect the way that he needs it to. Double digits now obtained. Karmine Corp looking fantastic here on Paper Rex's map pick.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like Karmine Corp has all the right reads, all the right strategies, all the right ideas. No real opportunities there for Paper Rex to get some of that close-range weaponry into position to be utilized. Jing is going to have a showstopper. Sadak has his Nightfall off of this hot start to the second half. 15-9 overall on the map for him. The IGL for Karmine Corp fragging out. Let's see what they want to do. Trying to shut down that early push. Paper Rex might be considering, something. Saw the head, couldn't pull the trigger in time. And just a pullback now. Paper Rex going to regroup and rethink how they want to approach this round. What? Look at this setup for the Cypher util. It is so far back. This looks like some kind of trap play, potentially.
Okay, well. Speaking of traps, for a second just resprung KC's back on them. And does get blinded up, but just holds down M1 on a timing, finds a kill. So 5v4 advantage here for Paper X. Now, just the cut of the noise, a slow creep up. Nothing going to be spotted here at A. A couple things going to be coming down. As soon as they hear the Prowler, they should tell them. The showstopper does get opened up by Jing. Hunting, searching, looking for any kind of target that he can get, but they're still back just around the corner. So in the end, just going to be there to try to clear some space is something. Pop flash going to be sent, and Sugetsu absolutely outdoes him. Forsaken is there quickly to go ahead and trade it back. Retains the advantage, but now their own showstopper right here, point blank, finds Jing to swing in. That's good for a second as Forsaken will fall. Now that's Batman and Devi. Try to hold the line here, but Devi catching them as they'll go ahead and pick their targets one apiece. They clean it up. Paper Rex narrowly getting the conversion off the timeout.
Yeah. I mean, still great awareness from Karmine Corp, the way that they're anticipating some of the pressure. I mean, you see this a lot with Paper Rex when Jing has that showstopper, that they're going to want to use it to clear B. They don't care if they don't get a kill off of it. They want to get that plant down. They feel very comfortable in their post plants, and you see why they're able to still claim the round despite this very nice play from Avez.
One enemy remaining.
Such a stellar Raze player on this map. And you are going to go into this now with Martine having an op and can't find the first shot, gets blinded, has to TP out. Quite a bit of info here, though, for Karmine Corp. And they're going to slide Avez over.
It is a shallow exit, though, so he is still going to be nearby enough to try to put this off to use. Looking for the re-peek, but something.
What?
Immediate there with the headshot. Batman cleans up Zadok. This is exactly what Paper X needed, but that's still a force to be reckoned with. Finds Forsaken, but Batman, of all people, picks up the operator.
That might be his first op kill that I can remember.
I think you're correct in that. Certainly not something that we see him lean over to very often. As the Prowler does get the spot. Leads position known. Sugetsu's being watched. Defy on a very deep lurk. Jink holding here at stairs. We'll go ahead and shut it down. And there you go. A second up kill for Patman. Third overall in the round. 2 rounds now separating. Paper X looking to run this back.
Curious when Ang is going to think about taking a time out here for Karmine Corp. And it may be soon. You just want to shut this down as quickly as possible.
Get back.
Paper X just kind of starting to deathball around the map. Starting to use their good trading ability, good util play.
One
kind of set themselves up for success. That's nice from Patman. Picks up the weapon and puts it to darn good use. Gets a little bit frustrated there. I mean, that first shot on the way into the site from something was blistering. I mean, just so ready for somebody to be coming.
Certainly changed the outcome of that round in a significant way. It's that shot. It's able to
take
fade away.
Out. Yeah.
And yeah, it could be a very different round that we're looking at, but that timeout call will come through here from Coach Ang, and we'll see what the adjustments end up looking like here. Obviously a legend in his own right. It's always great to see Ang back on a global stage.
Yes, no doubt. I mean, everybody loves that Gambit team, so for sure, you love to see him having some success. You know, I mean, some of the old school players on this squad, Sugetsu, Sadok, joining that coach, try to recreate some of that early magic. And so far, Paper X
I'll handle this.
starting to make their comeback, but KC holds on, and Dimensional Drift not really finding too much here. I mean, okay, B site's wide open initially.
Check in towards upper though. That could be eventually costly. It looks like Forsaken though. He's gonna look to try to go on a bit of a flank. And he heard the footsteps of Elite. He just stopped in his tracks now, backpedaling, but all the same, Forsaken snappy with it, finds the kill. Martin nearby enough. Try to interrupt here, as that's just gonna be Sugetsu caught strafing forward through the door. And an interrupt on the plant, a relocate here from something. Spike's gonna be scooped up. We could even pivot at the C, but it looks like we'll just go ahead and like this B site well enough, as there's the cleanup. Forsaken gets the spray down. Paper X are now 1 round away from tying things up yet again.
Just a little bit of a momentary pause in the round here for Paper X. Avoids disaster. The Cypher util was set pretty deep on the A site, and I kind of get what Paper X is thinking here. You know, something sees almost nothing on the B site, and they gotta surely be thinking this is a trap. This has to be a trap. There's nothing going on in this site, so they're like, let's go look at A. Let's see what's going on over there. Oh, okay, it is actually B just wide open. Especially after Forsaken able to take, you know, top site, gets that kill onto Elite, and then that's an easy decision from there. So I like the patience being shown by Paper X, by Forsaken. Opt for Divide.
Angle. Couple jump peeks previously from Martin. There it is again. Flashes him, and oh, it's going to be a bit of a rarer whip, as Martin certainly is not doing the same. Hell of a shot. Does put down Divide.
Something's like, ooh, op on the ground?
Yeah, would happily scoop it up, but we'll just with the Vandal as Batman now gunned down. Jink swinging out from back rubble, in behind one, but Sugetsu trades it up. Paranoia across, out into the open here is Sonic, but something is just a bit too whiffy. Takes the Phantom Spray from Forsaken to eventually flush out the enemy IGL.
Again, the mechanics just a little bit off kilter. And almost disastrous for Paper X, but Forsaken again, bailing his team out. Elite gets the jump peak, but has to back off. Gonna seed over the site seemingly to something. See what Forsaken wants to do. He's been pretty aggro with these ults. May opt to try to go for something tricky here again, or at least make Karmine Corp consider it.
Yeah, to read the TP right here at this location. He would get all the information they need.
Setup looks familiar.
Yeah, just a little bit. No smoke on B main. No approach coming through the door. Damn. Gets the spot out, quickly repositions with the teleport.
One enemy remaining.
As something makes the first fight, he's able to win it. Brings it now just to Sugetsu, who just doesn't have the HP to try to get by. Cleanup is there. His smiles abound here. Paper Rex very much running this back.
Yeah, this one a little bit scrappy though. Definitely a few kind of oopsies for Paper Rex that they'd like to have back. That round a little bit cleaner. Jing on that reaggress on the angle. Crosshair is just a little bit off initially. Can't find the headshot. Something there good for one, but damage done. And Sugetsu, one bullet grazes him and he's out of the round. And Forsaken takes a little bit of a pause. Flash out. Martin gonna get the spot.
Still sticking around though, something. Maybe not reading the operator setup here. Ends up paying the iron price. A solid kill to be found as KC look to try to regain the lead for themselves, get it up to 11. As Prowler will ensure that there is no one playing over in towards B main.
Got to be cautious here as Paper X Showstopper available for Avez. You do have an Outlaw which has the ability to get a one-tap kill on everybody. Hatman has his ult, Devi has his ult, so a lot of ability to scale into this site.
Things coming down, trying to suss out where these trips are going to be. Elite has been very meticulous about relocating them. Consistently is okay. Showstopper getting a ton of damage, but not able to find that kill. Forsaken just sprinting forward, running them down one after the other. Vez and Sugetsu both knocked out of the park. Elite eventually able to go ahead and peel that one back through the wall. There's the weapons taken away from them here by the Steel Garden. The Decay still in play. He's locks one. Decay as the Decay expires, or Jing rather, as it expires. Only 3 HP. To push forward the Dimensional Drift, trying to spot them out. Trying to give this info over to Elite. No real way for him to try to play off of it. Jing gonna be the first hurdle. And if he isn't immediately dealt with, there you go. The round is just going to spiral. Paper X now back into the lead, 11-10, looking for map point.
This Paper X team just confounds me sometimes. They're so good in heat of the moment situations. I mean, just running and gunning there. Forsaken, great response from Elite to find the spot and the kill, but again, in these post plants, Paper X has been really devastating, and now Paper X with the lead after losing both bonuses.
Both pistols, both bonuses. FKC now forced back onto an eco, so will be full sheriffs here for the team. The previous round ends up being, I mean, costly in more ways than one. Not only has the lead been conceded, the economy broken, there's a lot of ults invested.
Martin tucked himself right behind the rubble position. Saw it with Sugetsu earlier, but is this going to be something Paper Rex considers here?
He's on an island. The haunt going to be cleared, but they're just scaling forward, and immediately Patman's able to find that one. Crosshair a little bit offset, the swing in. Sugetsu, I'm not even sure how he got that kill. That one was a lightning fast, but still quickly traded. Player advantage absolutely maintained here from Paper X. Right of the rope.
Planted.
Alves does manage to find the headshot. Weapon's not going to be collectible quite just yet. Patman down below, holding his own, looking for a 4K, puts Elite down to 4 HP, and will be able to confirm it. Paper X now up to map point, 12-10. Karmine, can they force another OT?
Yeah, and you're going to get really close to a nightfall here, one away for Patman off these explosive last couple of rounds. So Karmine Corp, after what looked like such a good read on Paper X has made some adjustments, and frankly, they're just taking their time. They're being a little bit more diligent. You know, Karmine Corp trying to gamble a little bit with some of these Cypher setups at times, and now Paper X is finding their openings, finding their timings, and just frankly working together as a team. Seen a lot of good coordination. They're going to try to make their way in. Showstopper, so yep, it's going to be B. They know they can basically secure this. It's going to be the C's to slow it up momentarily, but you know, Jing, again, it's all about just getting that plant down and then setting up for the post.
He's not really been able to find any kind of real kill value when it comes down to these ultimates, but still very much puts the fear of God into him. Repositions, Sugetsu eats an immense amount of damage as now you have a TP flank attempt coming through from Forsaken, arriving in around the back. Elite does note the flank here from Devi, but there you go. Forsaken, that second layer, ends up striking. Paper X very well poised to go ahead and close it out, and they shall. 13-10. And they do not slip here on their own map pick of Lotus. They run it back.
Just a massive attacker side for Paper.
TP forward into some of his own smokes and swing out off the back of some of these pop flashes from Sanak. But if nothing else, previous series that we saw from Gen G, as well as the one from Fnatic and 100 Thieves, just kind of really lay it out there. This is a map where your bread is buttered on the attacking side.
Absolutely. And we'll see if there's any quick action.
Oh my God, he's talking about quick engage. Yep, it is just rapid pace. Jing just TPs up on the belt and absolutely tears apart 3. Aviz is going to be scratching his head saying, what the hell happened? That is one of the fastest pistol rounds that I've ever seen. And I've been casting this game for a while.
I had some things I wanted to talk about, and then nope, not going to happen.
Bit it.
Yep. Well, at least for Paper X, they've won a pistol. They've got that going for them
in the most Paper X fashion that they could have, I suppose.
That is true.
Aside from it being clean.
Yeah, exactly. Goodness,
they are just all distracted by the recon
dart. Yeah.
Lands right there on the grate, and Jing just gets the 1-2-3 tap to really set the stage. Well, that is going to have Karmine Corp reeling, because again, every single round on this attacking side is so important.
Now look at this buy from Paper X.
A double Bulldog, 3 Sheriffs.
Yeah, this is pretty unorthodox.
It is, as is that. And swing across, Batman spotting out multiple players, will allow for the regen shield to come back up as tempted the one-way, now going to be sent. Recon pings out onto all of them. Won't be able to find the punish, though. Batman can tuck back safely. Not getting scouted out himself, but his presence certainly is known.
Just lobbing in mollies at him now. No players lost yet for Karmine Corp, and seemingly going to try to rotate the other side. Something.
This is where they can maybe find an advantage, but it's a collat off the Sheriff. This hits them both in the head. Divine now trying to backfill the space here, as well just take turns, running things into mid. And at the end of the day, it will be Paper X closing out 2-0 and giving the bye. Pretty much nothing lost.
This is just...
What is happening?
This is just bizarre.
What's going on?
This is absolutely... I mean, even for Paper X, this is bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, a Sheriff collat.
Yeah,
it's so rare.
It is. And on top of that, like the whole buy, the whole situation, like the pistol round into this, whole start to this map, just funky. But you know what? I like it.
And they're feeling it now. They're having fun. Flash over the top. Orb going to be taken here by Forsaken. Have to try to really contest these is something at the same time. Pushed forward. Recon getting a ping onto 1. There's a jump peek out. Something goes for the shot, but connection not to be found. Martin stays alive and healthy.
Now the very cheap buy round for Paper X makes sense. You can get that op fast-tracked into something's hands. You saw Texture earlier today doing a number on this map with it.
Jing should be able to afford another one if they lose this round or can't carry it forward off a win. So they will set up that, really have this one cycled.
You know, one thing I was gonna say I was really interested about seeing on this map was gonna be the Viper v Viper battle with kind of the old school Sugetsu versus the new school Patman. Hasn't mattered at all so far, but maybe as this one goes on, as I kind of was seeing Sugetsu go for a bit of a lurk there, can't really find anything out of it. Nobody giving him the opportunity at the top of kitchen, and it's just gonna be a 5-man stack to pressure this op.
30 seconds left.
Something still here. How do you try to displace, though? The drone already has been committed. Flash not going to connect onto him, but John is not going to connect onto the players of KC. Instead, they get quite a bit of damage here onto something. Holding him at bay, back around here at backside with that fragment. Stock Dart would have certainly led to a kill, but now they're running out of time.
10 seconds left.
The sins of old starting to resurface here for Karmine Corp. It's 6 seconds remaining. Need to get this plant down on the floor. And already they're out of time as they try to work their way forward into Nest. But have to come up with 2 kills. And there is just no hope in hell. Forsaken dropping down from the top rope. Gets himself a 4K. And that is now Paper X giving them a bit of their own medicine as they convert the bonus.
Yeah, it just takes too long there. And Paper X, as the time dwindles down, happy to set up the 4-1 with the op and leave something to his own devices to at least stay alive and buy time, and he does exactly that. And then Forsaken, no fear.
Enemy remaining.
God, goodness, he has been so good today. Going even back to their first match against Billy, he is just electric. And he is unstoppable. Deeper push this time for something.
And might be unexpected. And now is going to be noted. Being tagged up a bit. They're really trying to hound him down. Shorty going to be drawn out around the corner. Forsaken up and over the top. Martin gone down point blank. They're just continuing to scale forward. Fearlessness is the game plan here for Paper Rex as they continue to just absolutely drive in this chaos that they have ensued on the map. As it is going to be damn near flawless, just Forsaken on the floor. 4-0 start.
Well, that is old school Paper Rex right there. Just get aggressive early and stay aggressive. Karmine Corp trying to find a way to punch back, but a little bit of frustration being shown here. As that hand warmer not really doing the trick so far for Sugetsu. And Jing just going to be chilling as I suspect. Yeah,
it's got to be
might be
timeout call after this one. Getting ready to go into your next buy. Your opponents are so far ahead economically as well as ult economy wise. Trying to get a solid game plan is absolutely necessary from here because at the moment, I mean, it's looking like when Knoxville fought Butterbean. Wasn't even close. Just on the floor in the mall.
I wonder how many people actually get that reference.
The audience is probably quite young, but
yeah, I was gonna say that is old. Film.
Yeah, and I watched that when I was a kid.
I might have been in high school.
Yeah, you are ancient. So
I am.
Very possible, very probable. But let's see what the adjustments look like here coming out of the timeout. As we'll reverse the camera back up into the sky. So ultimates, critical ones. Pretty close by, 2 off the Hunter's Fury, 1 away from that pit if they can get into a post plant. You have a Hunter's Fury on the opposite side to contend with here to really try to slow up the approach.
And even if you put pressure onto something, he gets 1 kill, he gets his Blade Storm, so he can wreak some havoc potentially. Aggressive positioning.
Enemy kill.
There it is.
My ult's ready.
And Elite dead, widely gaining a lot of these ult charges in his death. And Defy as well, just holding down Tube. Clearly, first map working as a bit of a warm-up here. As Patman similarly off-screen, able to find one. Jing will do the same to Martin. The swing back yellow. Something will go ahead and put the nail in the coffin, sealing the deal on a flawless round.
Well, I mean, part of the problem here for Karmine Corp is the lack of duelists. You don't have the ability to put pressure onto something with that op, with these aggressive positionings that it's going to take. It's going to take immaculate utility usage to figure out where he's at, A, and then follow up off of it, B. And you don't have that quick ability. Like, you don't have a jet that can pop a dash to chase him down. Nothing that can really bother him because he has the ability to escape. He's got that dash himself. He's got those updrafts to find that ability. Get the hell out of there. There again, they're going to push out mid this time. And here goes the Hunter's Fury. For Forsaken, catches one, gets the kill.
Not dead. Martin does manage to trade one back as Jing will fall. Paranoia getting the connection, but it will really scale forward, and eventually that blind expires and Devi is able to go ahead and find the elimination. Patman now playing flush against this. 2 players on the opposite side of his own wall. Tries to go for the push out. Just get a little bit frazzled. It's falling to the wayside. Devi going to be taken down as well. Suddenly we find ourselves in a 2v2. The pit going to be invested. Elite wins the fight, but narrowly. Something rides across the rope. Checks in around the back. Nothing going to be spotted here. What does the play call look like? Drop down, cover another weapon, or try to send the knives. But knows that they're not really committing to this one quite just yet. No plant coming through. Pushes, finds one. Manages to duck out the tailwind to take him to safety. Gets the spot up, but Elite gets the headshot. Still a smile on his face. Narrow margins, but Karmine Corp scrape by with a round win.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as weird as that situation got, something played that pretty darn well. Completely changing his position to catch him off guard. Some good trades finally for Karmine Corp.
Spike down.
Able to out-duel Divide there. Sugetsu, the Viper's Pit engaged. And then that shorty, that had one more bullet. Elite was one shot and so close. I mean, that's, you know, pull the blades there. You know you just need one to connect for something, and he's basically got the round over. Jing gonna TP up in the nest. Counter Hunter's Fury here.
Ooh, tag on the Batman, and he bounds right back in for that second pump of the ultimate. Kill is found. Jing now, a little bit of a rough spot. Fragment not gonna go deep enough to really find the punish there, as we have a trade on the Killjoys. Player advantage for now here in the hands of Paper X as they look for a timing. Little swing out, and Jing actually just has to teleport out to safety. 35 health remaining. Here's the jump peak. Wants to swing in, but it's being watched by two. At the same time, something striking from behind, and Jing,
Down A.
as the chaos comes in, manages to get the timing to swing in to collect 2 kills for himself.
Explain to me, Jing, how you do that.
I think just all attention swung back over towards something as soon as he struck with the Outlaw on the flank. Now it's on Sugetsu. He will not be able to make it happen. What a reply around here from Paper X. This Jing goes absolutely crazy.
I mean, I love the ideas here from Karmine Corp. Just try to play a little bit defensively, try to play back a bit, and see if you can kind of use that aggressiveness against Paper X. Do a little judo throw, try to use their weight against them. Nope, not gonna work. Jing just too good. Unbelievable. Divide has the lockdown now. Still sitting on the Omen TP, or, well, has the Omen TP.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had it already or not. Doesn't matter.
I think he certainly built it up in that round.
That's exactly it.
So, might have had it previous to that. Rope heard, Outlaw ringing out. And trying to make Karmine Corp thinks twice about approaching this side of the map. Maybe a tuck away drone up over the top. Paranoia connecting, something repositioning. On finding some pings, but someone's not able to find the shot there. Go ahead and put them down. Martin just going to be tagged to 39 as the lockdown now in play. Paper X wanted to take 0 chances at giving over a potential thrifty here. All of Karmine Corp now ushered back out through A main, maybe going for a pivot towards that B site where you have Jing fully entrenched in a forward spot.
Yeah, but with Jason's position, you know, Forsaken so far ahead, they're very aware of this, and the rotations are very fast here for Paper Rex. Jing around the corner, and he's gonna play off the orb. That's 2. Can he find 3? No. Patman swinging in.
Patman is there to go ahead and fill the space. Tries to steady the spray. Elite does manage to strike, but Forsaken is quick on the flank. 7-1. The pain continuing.
It's just brutal right now. I mean, Karmine Corp, gosh, I was so impressed with how they were coming into this match on Lotus, but this Icebox change up not working out yet. 1 round to speak of so far here, as Paper X is just putting on a show in a lot of different ways. You know, some great macro reads and then some great micro play to help get them over the line in some of the rounds where it looked like maybe Karmine Corp have some answers. There's that dart. Don't want to go up that belt initially. Martino waited out, checking out what's going on. Sees the drone, gets spotted. But just Martino over there. Here comes something.
Or it's a shock dart, but yeah, something holding the angle in case he goes to the cross, and it is a very narrow one. Pulls off of it, though.
Look at how diligent Martin's being, though.
It would be a re-aggress angle, but Martin not going to give him the opportunity here.
Meanwhile, it's a 4-stack one-way setup here by Jing. Just in case, I mean, with how much space, again, that Paper X has, they can lean their strong side over towards B. Set up for this hit. Just have to defend it. You're in the right place, right time. So far, has been immaculate, nearly immaculate for Paper X. Jing gonna arm the Paranoia. And
putting it at the ready, sends it on a timing, waiting until the last moment as the 0 point goes through. Ping reveal onto Jing, but safe enough position that he does not get punished. Just dancing around, they nearly line up for him. He's still able to find one. Forsaken doing the same before the trades come through. Now Divine, out over the top. Down Martin. And something going to be noted here on the flank.
That's a huge kill for Divide. Doesn't get traded for it. And that has to stall up Karmine Corp. And they're just dead. Patman finds 2 there right at the end. They line up again. And Paper Rex is smothering Karmine Corp here out of this first best of 3 at EWC 2025. Me, oh my. This is immaculate stuff. I mean, the aggression for Paper Rex, if it's not finding kills, it's finding space and info. And they're playing beautifully off the back of it. Even with the KO ult invested, didn't matter much.
No, not at all. Lockdown available. Just the one Vandal. Have to be a very cozy position early. Really even consider trying to send that ultimate. Speaking of cozy, I mean, something is just donk walking forward. And he's finding Sonic. IGL on the floor. Gonna be doing this one Angel style. As they try to pull off a Thrifty. Just the one hero rifle and some sheriffs. 4v3 fashion. TP over to Snowman. Divide finding Sugetsu, the flank now dealt with. Elite does manage to put that weapon to good use, finding one, but Jing finds himself another 2 kills. That now just leaves Martin all by himself.
Well,
not much to do.
Doesn't have his ult. Can't go to the other side of the map. You're surrounded.
Maybe just paranoia a corner and try to clear it, but they're making noise and oh, they have the read. Haven't spotted him yet. Swings in, gets a very nice headshot.
30 seconds
Does end up falling down at 20 HP as Patman just repositions. They are waiting for something to arrive. Slowly creeping up around the back. I mean, you'd love to hand this kill over to just about anybody else. As suddenly, ult is online, 15 seconds remaining. It's gonna be the sprint coming through here as Paper Rex scramble to try to get themselves over towards this A site. Nanos obviously can be ignored with Divide dead on the floor. They're here, and they won't even allow for the plant money to come through. Up will be abandoned, but something tells me Paper Rex have plenty of cash in the bank.
Just a bit. This is unbelievable. I thought this map was going to be close, and I was thinking Sunset might be on the cards, but so far it's all Paper Rex all the time. I mean, Martin plays it patiently, finally able to kind of use that over-aggressive nature that exists inside of the Paper Rex players against them, but at the end of the day, it still wasn't nearly enough. Only knife out, trying to clear out that position, and he's actually getting a couple suppresses, so that is the Hunter's Fury, though, for Forsaken.
I mean, he's had it. I think he's just playing Orb Denial. Just trying to stop Evez and Sugetsu from being able to get their ults online.
Oh, well then.
Unless the UI was a little bit early. As now, oh my God, big reveal. Jing playing off the back of it as well as the Hunter's Fury will collect one. Martin dead to Jing's hand at the same time. And if you're Sonic, what are you meant to do? What's the read that you get? Jing will offer himself up as a bit of a sacrificial lamb here. And now you've got something deep angle out from B Garage, staring to try to prevent any kind of potential rotation.
Just hold him here. No reason to aggress here as Paper Rex. Impetus is on Karmine Corp.
Swing out, Elite now, dropped. Sonic dead, sees the third final player. Just waits out for the util. Wide swinging with the oppo is something. It is disgusting.
That is just classic something.
It's so brutal.
It is. I mean, this is unreal. I'm just floored. I mean, you get the reveals, the hits, the follow-up with Jing. It's so beautifully coordinated from Paper Rex. I mean, these early round hits that they have to take control of one main or another, and you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. It feels like it's Karmine Corp. You go one side, you run into the op. You go into the other, you're running into util combos.
Suppress connecting, as will the flash. A bit of damage going to be suffered here by something, but he does successfully backpedal to safety until the flank comes in under tube. So a bit of a faster hit here from KC to set themselves up for a second round win. Up and over the top goes Jing, will get shut down. It's the floor dead.
take place.
Forsaken gets pinged down, and Oak's got to do a quick cancel on that one, but still is going to be dead to rights. Karmine having a whale of a time here as they get the cleanup, leaving just Patman to his own devices in a 1v4 clutch scenario. Shock dart at his feet, whittles away at the HP.
Poison orb remaining.
Recon not getting the ping, but Martin will be just a little bit snappier with the headshot. But 10-2 at the half from the defending side. Karmine have their work cut out for them.
Well, Paper Rex fans, so far, you haven't had to stress too much. Let's see if the other half has something in store for us.
Yeah, a lot less of a roller coaster, that they're on at the moment here. This one is a breezy ride in the kids section of the theme park, it would seem. Karmine Corp now needing to put this comp to practice on the defense. We'll see you guys on the other side of halftime.
Shut up.
We are back off the, after a very brief first half here on Icebox. It has been nothing but dominance here from Paper Rex. Damn near flawless, only giving over 2 rounds to Karmine Corp. And that's after starting on the defending side. And as we were very much harping on about, this map has proven time and time again to widely be attacker-sided. Karmine now need to have one hell of a performance to try to run this back from the defense.
And you would think that narrative would carry over because you have a duelist on the side of Paper Rex. You do not on Karmine Corp. You only have the one Sentinel on Karmine Corp, so it's not like you're going to be, doing something crazy with locking down both sites with the Sentinel util. Just have to wait and see. You never know. Anything is possible. Looking for another fast-paced hit here for Paper Rex. Jing already up on top of pipes, and Karmine Corp already evacuating the site. They want none of this.
Triple flank to come through, pushing out of garage. Patman, lone player left behind. They try to watch for this, and third shot will go ahead and seal the deal. So Martin going to be taken down. The rest of the players pushing up mid.
Love this counterplay here from Patman. Could just re-aggress down mid himself. Especially if you deal with the KJ. You know that util's not going to be there to spot you.
Sadok's going to be caught on a timing. Not reading something's potential forward position. Navas unable to flush him out as he is just looking so immovable. It's going to be both pistols here on Icebox going over to Paper Rex as something picks up a 4K. And that might just be the writing on the wall here for Karmine Corp. Paper Rex. 2 more rounds to close out, and they are going to be punching their ticket into the quarterfinals.
I suspect we're not going to see the same kind of anti-eco buy from Paper Rex, but I suspect we're going to see a buy up from Karmine Corp. That was nasty from something. Quick little double for Sugetsu. They're not going to invest in this, just the Sheriff.
So they're playing for the overtime. It's a bold move.
Toxins going up.
And I guess given the heavy stack, the attempted read here from Sadok, they thought maybe they would be able to catch Paper Rex pushing into this, but Now realizing that they're not rushing their way forward into the A site. The 0 point see nothing, but they have gambled incorrectly. And now trying to retake with just the one Sheriff. 4 Classics is going to prove to be so damn difficult.
I'd love to see Paper X back up a bit.
It's the correct step taken. Clear on the recon, player spotted. Pushing forward out of Kitchen Hall. A little bit of damage. Push forward there onto Sugetsu. What is the next strategy other than just to die? Looking for some kills, but it's just going to be the 2 found here. There's Divine Forsaken, will lay it down on the floor, getting some much needed rest. As the remainder of the team goes ahead and gets them over the line. And now up to match point, I should say.
Yeah, this is a belter of a shot from Sugetsu. But they're just walking into the meat grinder. Kind of using himself as a sacrificial lamb there. You're keeping over the Guardians. And a lot of rifles as well for Paper X, so barely looks like a bonus for them. Patman, the only one who doesn't have a rifle in hand.
I mean, even then a Guardian.
Yeah, still
technically a rifle.
True.
It's not a full auto.
True.
Fight to clear back box. We're here at the B site. Elite lingered down through tube, does manage to catch Device, so stops the flank coming in, but Patman, there's that Guardian coming through, offering up a ton of damage. He is hungry for the kill. Won't be able to find it quite just yet.
Scoops up the Vandal, switches over. Just gonna try to keep his opponents guessing with the Poison Cloud. Meanwhile, the main force of Paper X over here on A, looking to get the plant down. Patman dealt with, so a 3v5 for Karmine Corp to keep their hopes alive of running 10 in a row. Okay.
Well, okay, now 2v5. Something Toronto finisher. I'm jigging Forsaken to try to get it done. Shock Dart very wisely sent into the smoke. Gets a ton of damage there on the Jing. Regen shield not fully stocked up, so will not have too much HP to work with, and it's now down to Forsaken. Good amount of damage dealt. Looks for the first, cannot make it happen. Sonic will go ahead and secure a flawless round win. So first step on this long path to running this into overtime taken.
Team Ace.
We've seen it before. It is possible. The run back for Karmine Corp, unlikely, but possible. And, you know, just round by round. And it is a little bit of a wonky economy because Paper X invested in that previous one.
Stinger there, but
yeah,
it's going to be a play for this B orbit, looks like, to try to get the blades online for something.
Yep. He's got the shorty behind it. Looks like they might try to use Paranoia and a little bit of Sova util to get the setup to go. Deep recon.
Revealing area.
Sugetsu, no choice but to really just back off there.
Going away this time, Patman able to go ahead and secure the kill. Eats a ton of damage as Fragment going to be lobbed in, but that just sends him bounding forward here into Kitchen. And as the drone now looks to try to flush him out. Backpedals out, and eventually, yep, the wallbang shots can come through. Nicely set up here from Karmine Corp to go ahead and counteract.
Take flight.
And now they gotta pump the brakes a bit. Don't know what's waiting on the other side of this A site.
Does that drone go deep enough? No. Martin, his position, likely unscouted. Should be somewhat expected. 3 players nearby enough, and that 0 point does take away the knives. It slows up the approach here. There's plenty of noise being made. Something gonna be spotted. Just that tiny little bit out of place. Gives the angle. Martin, easy enough for him to collect the elimination. Why though? Counter spamming, able to find Avis, takes him down out of backside. Martin now going to be taken down as well, so gets to try to go for the transfer. Eventually he's able to find the headshot. It's now into a 1v1. Devi, Spike, stranded up above. Sugetsu.
Running out of
the
time.
Angle to potentially be able to spot him out here. Devi's going to have to get a move on. He goes up and over the top. Sees the guns, tries to go ahead and get the shots in, but Sugetsu will stand tall on his feet, getting themselves the clutch. It's going to be off the back of a 3K. Karmine Corp continuing to persevere.
Well, a little bit scrappy there. Looked like maybe Paper X to get the job done, but Sugetsu coming up big, holding the line. Jing with that stinger, doing a little running and gunning. Oh, I was so close on that initial transfer.
10 seconds left.
Ready for the repeat though. And there you go, Sugetsu. Nice job, Stingers and a Sheriff here. Blocking.
First on the tap, but
Ooh.
something still leading an immense amount of damage.
You know, that slowed up, I think, was going to be a little bit faster paced hit. And I'm a little bit of a deeper drone. Ooh, nice shock dart. That takes down something. And the Molly's really stalling Paper X nicely.
Oh, Sick going to be spotted. Attempted the wall bang here up and over the top. Avis will go ahead and get the readjust. Forsaken dead. That's just going to be the one kill found there from Patman and stop it from being a flawless. Karmine Corp now a couple rounds in a row. Really looking to make a go of this. Starting to find their footing, find their momentum.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a timeout from Alex just to talk about, you know, the next buy round coming up and how you want to approach it.
Well, we hear that music, and it seems like your wish shall be granted.
Yeah, I mean, I think as Alex, you just want to end this now. Just don't give them any hope of coming back into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, tactical pause. Misread for a second. I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
I've done that too. Like, tactical pause? What do you mean? Whose gear is broken? Oh, wait. That's right. Well, Alex is going to be talking things over. Probably just telling them to calm down a bit, be a little bit more diligent. Make sure you're kind of being a little bit more in sync with your teammates, would be my guess. Sometimes, you know, when you start running away with things like you did in the first half, that your comms can get a little messy. You can kind of get a little bit unhinged, and you're kind of just going for hero plays, and just want to tighten the screws a little. As we get back into the action here shortly, there's going to be an outlaw from our team. Going to do a lot of damage to anybody but Patman. Forsaken did pick up his ult. Sugetsu sitting on a Viper's pit. Going to be something they're just going to pop off the rip here, or you know, him and Avez working together a bit there. Try to set up to counter any B main push that may come through. Just catches a little glimpse.
Spot it there on the Jing, but Jing's still able to win the fight. Not much damage going to be suffered either. Loses out on his armor. As the push forward of Hess trying to catch the timing, but something is watching it. And it seems like Paper X have read this perfectly off the back of the comms there from Alex.
Oh no.
Patman trying to push forward. Does end up getting taken down, but now the Hunter Fury is going to be crashing across something. Collects himself yet another kill. Up to 21. Looks for more, and it's going to be another 4K to bring this to a conclusion. Decent little attempt from Karmine Corp, stringing together the 3 rounds here in that second half. But ultimately, Paper X just looked way too dominant.